Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and we are exploring an exciting new structure deck. It's new support for a former Tier 0 deck, the very first Tier 0 deck before even archetypes existed in Duel Links. It was just beat sticks running around. Relinquished came and became the best deck there was in the game, and here he is with some new support. It's some really good support, and it's a few cards, a bunch of super rares. Millennium Eyes Restrict is not new, but virtually everything else is. So we'll start with the best. It's this new hand trap, Millennium Eyes Illusionist. He's great support for your fusion or ritual. It's a quick effect, so you can discard this card, then target an effect monster your opponent controls, equip it to an Eyes Restrict or a Relinquish, so your fusion or your ritual. And it's like you gave him the good suck whenever you want. You don't have to do it on your turn. You can wait for your opponent's turn. You can use it to disrupt him. It's the good suck on your terms, guys. You get to perfectly time it for the disrupts. Fantastic hand trap. You just need one of your boss monsters on the field. It makes Millennium Eyes Restrict such a devastating first turn, because if you don't remember what Millennium Eyes Restrict does, anytime an effect goes off, you can target a card on the field or graveyard and add it. Doesn't have to target the card that did the effect. Doesn't have to do any of that stuff. Very strong monster. He's cumulative, so you can equip mini monsters and keep gaining attack. So him with Millennium Eyes Illusionist, just such a strong combo. It's so crazy. We also got Thousand Eyes Restrict, but obviously that's kind of a step down from Millennium Eyes Restrict. He's not nearly as good. He's harder to summon because you need your Thousand Eyes Idol, which you're using more. We'll get into why a little later. But yeah, he's not as good. Basic Relinquished stuff, you don't really use him as much. So he's cool, but it's all about your Millennium Eyes Restrict, really, and your hand trap combos. And we got a new skill, guys. Thousand Eyes Illusion. You just gotta summon Relinquished 4 times with Pegasus. Super easy to get. What does it do? Whenever you have Thousand Eyes Idol on the field, you can activate a skill. You can set a Poly from your deck. You could set Black Illusion Ritual from your deck. That's why we have 1 copy of each. Then you get to add a Relinquish to your hand as well. So very strong just for having this monster on the field. We have 3 copies of him outright, but we actually have 6 copies because we have the brand new Golden Eyes Idol. Once per turn, you get a look at your opponent's hand, and this card's name becomes Thousand Eyes Idol. It does work for the skill. One caveat to pay attention: he will not change his name if your opponent does not have a hand. You can't activate this if your opponent doesn't have a hand. Won't change his name, you won't get the skill. But pretty good. If this card's banished, and it will be banished, or sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can target one effect monster your opponent controls, equip that monster to either an Eyes Restrict or a Relinquish. They gain the attack. All that good stuff. How are we banishing this monster? We have a new fusion, Relinquished Fusion. You get to summon an Eyes Restrict monster by banishing monsters from the field or graveyard, which will trigger him, which will give you an equip. Then you can banish this from the graveyard. Good suck whoever you want. So you're getting the good suck whenever you want, guys. You're getting it from your hand with this boy, when he's banished, when this is banished from the graveyard. All sorts of crazy stuff. Super consistent with the skill. And skill also has another little caveat. It's so crazy. You can return, as long as you have a Thousand Eyes Idol out, you can return a monster to the deck and bring out a Bickery box from your extra deck. It has to be in your deck, but you can bring him out and just get a 2300 beat stick, which is something this deck desperately needs because you don't have much attack if your opponent's not doing anything and stuff like that. So a very good addition to this skill. We do have a Princess Sprite and a Brood Enforcer just when things get really dicey, but it's mostly about your Millennium Eyes Restrict, being aggressive with your Illusionist, and then just the great skill we got with it. I also snuck in 1 copy of our enemy controller. And to top out the deck, since you do need 10 level 1 spellcasters, I got Mystic Piper, who can tribute himself, draw 1 card. If it's a level 1, you get to draw more. Good little comeback card, good little follow-up card. So yeah, this deck is super wild, especially because people have no idea what Millennium Eyes Restrict does. So it is so much fun. and pretty strong. We may be able to get away from the skill. There's lots of good ritual skills that can work for this deck, so lots of potential. Very cool structure deck, guys. Hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Seto Kaiba. We're going first. This deck has first turn and second turn plays. Your first turn are pretty crippling. You get a Millenniumized Restrict out and have an Illusionist in your hand, and you're pretty devastating. So we're going to start with Mystic Piper. Draw into a second Relinquished Fusion. Not exactly what we want, but we can banish the Piper and our Relinquished, get our Millenniumized Restrict, and we have an Illusionist. So we can yoink whatever monster we want. We use our Illusionist to yoink his Stone of Ancient. No stage for him. Now we swing with our 600 self. He's going to Karma Cut. So we're going to chain Relinquished Fusion. Use that monster he would have Karma Cutted with the Relinquished in our hand. And look at that. We're right back where we started. And when a Restrict monster or a Relinquished is summoned, you get Illusionist back from the graveyard to your hand. Such a devastating card. Now he tried to equip Stone of Ancient, or he activated his Stone of Ancient's effect, so we get to steal the white Stone of Ancient. That's Stone of Legend, sorry. Activated Stone of Legend, we steal Stone of Ancient. He doesn't get to bring out in the end phase, and we have our Illusionist right back in our hand. And he goes with Maiden of Blue. This is going to be a little trickier. We're going to normal summon Golden Eyes. We see the blue eyes in his hand, who cares? We change his name, throw away our Illusionist, go with a Poly. Now we have our Relinquished in hand. Now we're going to grab the Maiden with the Fusion from the graveyard. He tries to trigger the Maiden because of it. That triggers Millenniumized Restrict. We now steal her, negate the effect, and she is gone from the field. So we're able to hit for just 600. He is cumulative, but that is 600 with cumulative. Now he's using the Unchosen one, so you gotta choose what monster you don't want to die. We choose our Millenniumize, he gets the other one. Now he did have an alternative dragon, we saw him. He's gonna bring him out. This doesn't trigger our Millenniumize just yet. He doesn't even swing at the Millenniumize, he could have swung at him. We get another idol, so life's gonna be really easy. We're going to Poly, and he's gonna immediately scoop. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing Duke Devlin. We're going first. Let's see what our boy's got for us. He's looking at 27 cards over there. We got a handful of monsters, but we can actually still make that work. We're gonna go with our Golden Eyes. We see he is Dragon Unity. We're going to throw away, add a Poly. I kind of messed up there. I should have kept the other idol and thrown away the Relinquished, because we were going to search the Relinquished anyway, and we could solve this idol for an immediate follow-up instead of a dead Relinquished card in our hand. Would have been a much better play. He did use Dice Recovery way too early, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's all of the dice. Now, he couldn't have used Senadus's effect, because Millenniumized Restrict would have gave him the good suck, so he thinks he has it all figured out. He's just gonna normal summon, he can swing over the Millenniumized Restrict. That's a smart player move. That's someone who's read this card. This card has been in Duel Links, but he doesn't know this card. This card's brand new. Now we get to give him the good suck, even without his interaction. We get to choose, and we get to do it all that we want. Now we get to use a Relinquished Fusion. That's gonna be another Millenniumized Restrict sitting right there. That's gonna trigger Illusionist right back to our hands. Such sick turns, such sick combos. And for 1800, he's in the same problem. Can't use a skill with that Dux. He wants to just swing with a 2100 beat stick, but Illusionist is still there. And we steal him and put him on the other Eyes Restrict. Swing over the boy. Just absolutely crippling what this deck can do. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Sora Percy. We're going second. We do have devastating first turn plays, but obviously we can go second just as well, as we can get a good suck with a straight up Ritual Monster, which is what this hand is looking like. Now, he didn't give us a field to interact with at all, so we're going to top deck a Thousand Eyes, use our skill. We shouldn't have thrown away the Fusion. We should have just threw away another Relinquish. Now we're going to Poly. We're going to get rid of that Mystic Piper from our hand and keep our idol on the field. We go with Millennium Eyes Restrict. He's going to use a poly of his own. Fright Fur Tiger. Now we're going to be able to negate that boy's effect and gain his attack as we equip him. So we don't get destroyed. He's got a Fright Fur Fusion follow-up though, so he was prepared. Now he gets his own Fright Fur Wolf. Thankfully that was only 2, so he's only going to get 2 swings. He does clear the field. He doesn't really get much more than that done. Now check this out. We get to bring out our own Relinquished thanks to our Millennium Eyes Illusionist. Now I should be correct. I'm pretty sure the Millennium Eyes Illusionist is still going to activate its Graveyard Return to Hand off this own ritual summon it was fuel for. Yep, so you get it right back to your hand. Really the greatest card of the structure deck. This is probably why we can make it work without the skill too. We can just add this to advanced ritual art to full level 1 monsters. There's actually a deeper way to go with level 1 monsters. If this dude was level 1, oh my goodness, he'd be flawless support. I don't understand. Pretty troll to make him level 2, but oh man, if he was level 1. So this boy's in trouble. We're going to Relinquish Fusion. He did get a Kiteroid into the graveyard with his toy vendor to get a little draw. But now we have a Millennium Eyes Restrict. Right again, we swing into his Fluffle Wings. Now we're going to troll his wings. He tries to banish his bear for wings, draw 2. We're not going to let him. We're going to take your bear. He's mad. He throws another bear away. Searches another wings. We get a Piper. That's going to give us a +1. As we draw 2 cards. We have 2 Illusionists now. Pretty good. Clear wings once again. He does have a Kiteroid there though. Now he's going to try for the same wings play. Wings would be able to banish the bear and then banish his toy vendor and draw 2 cards. So we're not going to let him do that as we just steal his bear. And we're 2400 with the 2 1200 bears, different from Relinquished. We see a Kiteroid in his hand thanks to our Thousand Eyes. We throw away our Thousand Eyes to become a Bickery box, guys. It's so perfect each time. So good. We get past both the Kiteroid instances and still hit him for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing an Alexis. Believe it or not, I think this is a mirror match. I think she is, in fact, running Ritual Relinquished as well. We're starting with Golden Eyes Idol, so we're going to show her the advantage we have as our boy Pegasus. Now, he had a Relinquished, and he had these other weird Viper Tongues where if you tribute him, you get to draw 2 cards. He's trying to use that with the Relinquished to just draw a bunch of cards. Best to just focus on the good combos. So we get our Poly off, get our Millennium Eyes Restrict, 2 Relinquished Fusions, or 1 Relinquished Fusion and a Ritual card. Get another Idol, so that's going to be another instance of our skill, but this time we're going to use the Bickery box. So now we're swinging. Such a good skill. This is really what you needed to just bring out a 2300 beat stick. That is such a quality of life for a Relinquished deck you don't even understand. So he did use Master of Rights. He got to his own Relinquish. Now he's not going to be able to use that skill. We're going to steal him, give him the good suck off his own Relinquished. So we're not even going to let him try to activate his skill. He's going to Cosmic Cyclone a Relinquished Fusion. We're going to use it anyway. Bring out our second Millennium Eyes Restrict. He's got a Master of Rights once again. So that was twice in 1 turn, I do believe. But he's down to 700. Magical Hound. He's going to return that Relinquish to his hand. Now he's going to summon it again. Pretty good, but he can't use any skills around us because we will give him the good suck, guys. He tries to steal our old Bickery box. You gotta get a Bickery box of your own. Steal your monster, negate his effect. We get an Econ. We're gonna do some XZ, so we'll get rid of our Millennium Eyes Restrict. Even though he does have a Relinquished. Mill Illusionist to the graveyard. That's actually good because he can hop out of the graveyard when you summon an Eyes Restrict or a normal Relinquish. He shows us he got some Quick Booster, very bad card to have in your deck. especially this deck. We get another idol, but he has no hand, so we can't switch his name. You gotta be careful, you can't switch the name when he has no hand to start that effect. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are going second against a Yami Yugi. He's showing Power of Dark, which will increase our monsters as well. So no real advantage for him either way. He's going to start with a Dark Magic Curtain. Now that's not going to do much for him unless he has some follow-ups. We skip his cutscene accidentally. He does have a back row set. We get another fusion. We're going to use our Thousand Eyes Idol, throw away a fusion, bring out our Ritual card, search another Relinquished. We're going to use it, get rid of the Piper. Oh no, we go with the Idol from the field. We're going to get our cutscene of Good Suck. What a terrifying monster, guys. You had this and just Cell from Dragon Ball Z giving all young kids nightmares all the time of just the Good Suck. So we're going to suck up the Dark Magician. 2700 now. Now we're going to use our fusion, throw away the 2 cards from our hand. That's a Millennium Restrict. We are balling so hard. We'll swing over a 2200 booty and Magician's Robe. We don't even care. He's got a Dark Magic Circle again. Didn't even Destiny draw. Just brings out a Dark Magician. We don't take any damage. Swing over our Millennium Restrict. Piper's going to draw an Idol and then draw another Relinquished. Piper's such a good tech for this deck. And there's ways to focus on pure level 1 decks that could be pretty cool. Now he swings over all our monsters, but we already had the comeback with the Golden Eyes Idol because he does have a hand. You see just a bunch of Dark Magicians in his hand. Use the skill. We're going to throw that Relinquished away and bring out a Victory Box. We don't even care. We hit him for 400, hit him for 200. He's down to just 400 left, and it's good it was that much, because we're barely gonna Sucker Punch a win. He's secured his own demise. Normal summoning is Magician's Rod. Even if you get a navigation out, there's no Dark Magical Circle. You have that vulnerable monster. He's only 700. We get the Almighty Econ. Collateral damage to the stupid Salamans. Took one stupid tier 0 deck to hurt the Almighty Econ. It's been in Duel Links forever. Salaman Great has been in Duel Links for a couple months. And they took Econ from us. Never forget what they took from you. I'm doing a lot of troll plays here. Just showing you the depth of the deck. Going another Idol, using the skill again. Using Princess Sprite. Princess Sprite using her effect. Then we use the Poly anyway. Get rid of that Princess Sprite. Millennium Restrict again. That's going to trigger an Illusionist, I think. Yep. Illusionist right back there. We can immediately steal one of his monsters. We couldn't steal the Dark Magician for some reason. I think it was because of him. But we had to win all together. We didn't need all those combos. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Jaden. We're going second, I believe that's what that was. We got an Illusionist, we have a Piper, Relinquished, and the all-important Idol. We top deck a Fusion, not too important. He's gonna Regeki break our Idol, so this guy knows what we're doing. He had a Bug Matrix though, super random. We're gonna start off with our Relinquished Fusion. That's all you need, baby. This is the combo. Just Millennium Restrict and Illusionist, and you are so good. Don't even worry about Thousand Eyes Restrict. He's going Inzectors, full Inzectors. Trying to just swing at us, guys. They have the right idea of how to play around this monster, but it's so impossible with Illusionist. Just such a great combo. Even getting her effect. She's only 500 attack, but she gives the equip 500 as well. So, don't overthink this deck, guys. All you need are the idols to start the combos. Golden Eyes Idol or the actual Thousand Eyes. Then just sit a Millennium Restrict on the field and feed them with your Illusionist. Negate all effects. Such a good deck. Once you have full control and you need to get swinging, bring out the Victory Box. It's so good, guys. I'm in love with this deck. Super cool. Super fun. Structure deck definitely worth it if you even have ever played this deck and liked it whatsoever. Very cool. Tons of future without the skill too, so I'm just all about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the new structure deck, and thanks for watching.